My name is Rosemary,
I'm Santiago.
and we have one daughter, Kali, who is now 6 months old, and we are living in Miami, Florida. So when Kali was born, we honestly felt really anxious and overwhelmed. We both have never been around babies before, so we really didn't know what we were doing as first-time parents. And just like as someone entering family medicine, I realized that like medical knowledge and real life parenting are very different things. So I just feel like in school, everything felt very theoretical. Yeah, and I just remember feeling guilty sometimes because what we were taught didn't always match real life. We're just trying to survive with a newborn, and it was overwhelming. So we wanted to work with Jeff because of this. Like all these, I guess really because of how we felt, like just the negative feelings. So we've been meeting with him virtually every other week since Kali was 2 weeks old. I think there were several moments that really changed us throughout the sessions. One example is the co-sleeping. I just remember feeling like guilty and worried every time she was in her bed at night because it went against what I learned in school. But Jeff just helped us think through it, calmly, instead of making us feel ashamed about, doing certain things that may or may not be a good thing for our child.
One thing I really appreciate about Jeff is that he never makes you feel like you're doing something wrong. For example, we went to the pediatrician recently and they were telling us that Callie was a little bit under, the weight curve?
Yeah, underweight, yeah.
And then it kind of made her feel bad about maybe she's not feeding her enough or doing something wrong essentially. But when we talked to Jeff about it, he was like, how does Callie look to you? Like, is she happy? Does she have energy? And as you could tell, she's a pretty healthy, happy baby. That was one of those things that was reassuring to hear, like, hey, look, like, take that advice with a grain of salt. Just listen to your baby. Like, how does she feel? How does she look to you? We know at the end of the day that we're feeding her pretty often anyway, so I can't imagine her feeding her more.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah, and also, like, he encouraged us, I remember at the beginning, he encouraged us to be more, like, intentional about our connections with Kali. So, like, one practical thing that we ended up doing because of him is we created a phone box where we put our phone in so that we don't feel the need to grab it, but rather be with our child, to be present with her. So that being said, I feel like that just made a huge difference in our relationship with Kali and also with each other.
Yeah, so that's another big part of it is like, obviously he's there also to like answer any baby questions, but what I appreciate about him compared to like other pediatricians is that he'll ask like, how are you two doing, like how's the relationship? Because besides the baby's health, like there's like a health aspect to our relationship, and as you know, like babies are tough. It could like get in the way of certain things, and he made us like realize that and like kind of guided us through like certain questions or like difficulties that we were having in our relationship.
He always asked how we were doing as a couple, just like emotionally, how we were communicating, how we were supporting each other.
Yeah.
I think that's just so important because when you go to the pediatrician's office, it's her. Even if the mom's exhausted, it's still about her. Even if the dad's exhausted, it's about the child.
He always reminded us like, hey, look, we're the gardener, and essentially she's the seed. So if we don't take care of ourselves, we can't take care of the plant, right? It helped us a lot, I would say.
Oh, for sure, yeah. It's stressful. It's very stressful to be a parent. So when we started our sessions, Jeff would say, okay, 3 minutes of breathing exercises. That helped so much. All of a sudden, like the anxiety just floated away after the breathing exercises, and I loved starting that way. Like it was
calming.
It was so calming. It was so relaxing. And then afterwards, he would ask, "Do you have any questions?" And he would just, he'd be very patient with us. I feel like even if we get lost, he kind of puts us back into like the center and just look at the big picture and realize we are good parents. We are doing what we think is the right thing. We're loving our child. That's the most important thing you could do. I definitely feel more confident as a parent because of Jeff. Before becoming a parent, I really thought like there's the right thing to do and then there's the wrong thing to do. And if, for instance, my child is not developing like the other children, I'm doing something wrong. Like I always had that black and white mentality. But I feel like Jeff breaks that from us and says, no, you have to think of it differently. He has a different lens that he looks through, and he makes us look through it too. And I feel like because of that, I'm like, no, we have our instincts. We know what we are doing. Because of that, I feel more confident. Like if she's crying, I'm like, no, she needs a diaper change. Oh, maybe she's hungry. Oh, she might be tired. Like I feel more confident with my guesses, and it's easier to put actions in afterwards.
So it was really reassuring because he really just breaks it down in the simplest way for you to follow, and it really has helped us. Like I can't imagine not having done this without him. And he comes from experience, like having his own kids. Like he has like 4 daughters right now. Oh, sorry. It's just reassuring also when he tells us like his personal experience, like, hey, look, I went through this also. Try this or try something different. Just this worked for us. So it's just refreshing that he comes with that like own experience, not just like textbook experience. Like it's really nice. I definitely feel ready and capable now. He's helped a lot.
We weren't just talking about the milestones, the feeding, the sleeping schedules. Like Jeff focused really on like the connections, the bonding, just that emotional presence that we should have with each other and with our child. He always emphasized that the most important thing we could do for our child, for Kali, is to love her, to pay attention to her, and just like create this healthy environment where she can thrive as she gets older, as she grows. Because he's a pediatrician and a father, he did understand the reality of parenting. Like
he gets it so well.
Yeah, he gets it. Like when we're frustrated, he goes, you know, I've been there, done that, you know. Like, and that connection just, it feels real. I've been with her for the last 7 months, every single day. And like, yes, I've had class here and there. Even like today I had to go to work, but it was only half a day. Yeah, so that has been a very tough journey for me. He knows firsthand. I've cried about it because it really is tough. I have to say Jeff really was the one to clear my head. When we had our conversations, like I am very controlling. And I think the most important thing I can do is to let go of that control and share Kali with other family members. So trust, right? Lose the control and trust the father, trust the grandparents, trust the aunt, the uncle, everyone, and know that they love Kali and they will do anything to make sure that she's in a loving environment and support her while I go back to work. I started taking things from my house, bringing it to the grandparents' house, and I said, you keep this. Kali needs this. So I felt like I was letting go, but in a good way. Yeah, I'm very thankful. I truly am thankful for Jeff because I think he understands the pain, but he understands the big picture and what's really important. So if I go to work and I become a doctor, Kali will see this. She will see a hardworking mom, and I could become a role model for her. So when she grows up and finds a job, I hope that she follows in my footsteps.
If you just go to the regular pediatrician, you're not going to get into these kind of topics or discussions. So it's just really all around like helping the whole aspect. Yeah. From her to us to like everything. If you're on the fence about working with Jeff, I would honestly say it is completely worth it.
Yeah, like Jeff, like he genuinely cares. Like he will listen to your concerns. He will spend time with you. He will help you guide through like, I guess, both the practical and the emotional parts of this journey.
You'll never feel alone during like these difficult moments. We're really grateful for him and everything he's done for our family. I tell Rosemary at the time, like, I wish he was like our in-person pediatrician. Like,
I wish.
It would be the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if you're thinking about it, I would recommend it because trust me, it is worth everything.
Because of him, I feel calmer. You know, I just feel more present. I feel connected to her, and I think those are bonds that are so important that we're not taught. So yeah, we're really grateful for him. I would do these sessions over and over again. Like every time we have a child, we're calling Jeff. We're gonna start this all over again because he's done so much for our family already.
Couldn't be any more grateful, and like so many good things have come from this coaching. So anyone that's in doubt or maybe thinking about it, trust me, you won't regret it. It'll be the best decision you make for your family, and it will be so worth it.